not yet. Oh, there it is. Hey everybody, what's happening? Shadowcast, welcome back to more Pokemon Reborn. Last time, we explored the Dark Void. And I also tried to record again, but messed up the video almost immediately, so I'm glad I didn't save it all. 1 second. Blah, and I'm back. Okay, so we just want to go out of the void. I'm turning on my fan. Turning on fast forward. Unbelievable. Amidst everything, look who it is once again. Are you yourself, Shad? Please, don't be alarmed. It is only me. I recognize this is a somewhat unfortunate visage for you to return to, so allow me. Perhaps you will remember me better this way? If you would be so kind, please pay no mind to my appearance before. It is one of my more, shall we say, esoteric headpieces. Perhaps I can explain in time, but for now... Miss Volclane, have you seen? Not all is lost after all. Not for good. Yeah, I see that. But too much has been. We aren't doing so well, you see. This requires some damage control. Nurse Rayomis is on the case. Or Rejoimus. Oh, okay. I don't promise to have medical qualifications, but I do promise to help as best I can. Good boy. Carrying on. A male Nurse Joy? Whoever heard of that? Now listen, my dear, we don't discriminate here in the healthcare industry. Besides, no one heard of anything until it was invented. So let us not be too quick to dismiss new developments. The new developments have already dismissed themselves. I should have known. This is the only way things go. You certainly can choose to believe that if you're happy you're doing so, but I suspect you are not. Of course I'm not. No one would be happy knowing that they'll lose everything sooner or later. At least this way we don't get hurt. Au contraire, you are hurt all the same. You're only talking on that pain now as opposed to later. And with no guarantee when or where later might arrive, you bear an awful lot of wounds in the meantime. Is that truly worth it, I wonder? And what about you? Aren't you upset over losing her? Over both of them? Of course I am. But for better or worse, I am a veteran when it comes to losing hers. One might say I've been bearing an awful lot of wounds through some mean times. Another might say we very often tell others the advice we ourselves need to hear. And yet another may say that it is better to focus on those whom we still have. For instance, saving that girl was rather heroic of you. This pity doesn't suit your triumph. What triumph? I couldn't stop them. Any of them. What's broken can't be fixed. Clearly, it can't be replaced either. There's no going back. And yet, that has come. Who knows if another yet might. But I do believe we are being rude to our new arrival. Shad must be quite confused by now. I will explain. I had been here and there before Luna informed me she had been contacted. She told me a friend summoned her to this place. I thought it curious, so I offered to escort her. That is how we came to be here. Well, how is it? It's an adventure! And he's wearing the little red hat. That's adorable. An elevator with cut cable frosting and sprinkles of glass all over it. I believe I'll wait for supper. Indeed. One would need to be mad to climb down through this. So I take it you're going immediately? I just might. Gardevoir? Luna too? What are you doing here? How do you do, Mother? And that means that person must be... based on the strange hat? Radimus. Radimus and Benhamin. It, to be precise. My hat resents your words, but I, on the other hand, am honored to make your acquaintance. I have heard much about you, madame. Likewise. Luna, dear, are you unwell? Are you crying? I am perfectly fine. There's no need to worry about me. I'm just very happy. I'm happy to have you both back. Right. So, Miss Vauclain, what brings you to these remote parts? Parenting. Well, it seems you've come to the right place. I didn't mean... I suppose so. And now that we finally have the whole family together, what a wonderful but shocking turn of events. Miss Vauclain, might I be right in deducing that this magnificent Gardevoir was the one who directed you to this place? Who what? Preposterous. You would. The Slender. Gardevoir, were you the one who arranged this rendezvous? Quite the audacity to imply such a thing. I could faint on the very spot. Gardevoir? La la la, fainting over here. Thank you. Truly. Madame? I need to find my son. And should he be here, we shall. Do you not think it wise to go together? I know better than to count on others staying. Mother? And even if it be unwise, do you not think it kind? Fine, I understand. I'll go with you all. Fantastique! Sarah has joined the party. Although I do not wish to be an inconvenience, I very much appreciate it. What have I gotten myself into? Something messy. Something wonderful. At least take me out to dinner before that. Though I suppose you might have a certain amount of charm, or enough of the goofy hat. Now you listen here. I might have set you two up, but don't forget that master belongs to me. Madam, I assure you, were it not for the goofy hats, I would have nothing at all. You don't say. Then I suppose you've got to step over me after all. Mother, please do not say things like that now. I know very well how much loss you've felt throughout your life, but unless it can somehow be changed, there is no use in lamenting that which we cannot have in favor of appreciating that which we can. Blah, lung capacity. This hurts my lung capacity, by the way. Aren't we losing sight of the situation here? We're only working together. It's not like we're all about to be a happy little family. Or something like that. That might depend on who you ask. And speaking of working together, just what exactly are you all doing up here? Parenting. I have received a summons to this place from my dear friend Shade. Of course, I simply had to answer it. We were just assessing the viability of the glass pit of death you see before you as an entrance. Glass pit of death? Sounds like it's about my speed. That's not even all glass down there. There's ice too. Goodness, you can tell from such a height? Oh please, who do you think I am? More importantly, it hasn't melted yet. Whatever happened here happened recently. The plot thickens. It seems we were even less alone than we thought. If we may be of some service to whomever is responsible for this, let us make haste. I'm sure there must be much less destructive, or a much less destructively created entrance. Then let's scout out and find that. Right. We can do it, or my name isn't Ash Ketchum. Who? But Master, your name isn't Ash Ketchum. And even that can't stop us. Come, let us be off. By the way, his hat is backwards now. I just gestured to my screen. His hat is backwards now. We found an elevator for open use in a nearby building, and so we made our way through the factory with little difficulty. I presume thanks in part to you, Shad. And soon we arrived in this room where we saw... You know what it's time for? Lights, cameras, and drama. Quickly, give them the Volcarona. Shad, we should have guessed it was you. Excellent work, Volcarona. Thank you. I suspect that is not quite the Shad we know. Bennett! Oh, for... Mother? Why did you have to come here too? For you, I'll be... Your hair. It looks... better. I'm aware, Mother. Thank you. Now please go. I do not wish for you to get dragged into this. You should have thought of that before you went and joined up with a terrorist organization. Firstly, they're more of a religious organization than a terrorist one. Secondly, I do not approve of everything they do. I'm just doing a few jobs for them until I've paid my dues. You'll be paying your dues for a while yet when we're out of here. Come on, you're grounded for the next 45 years. Make it 50. I'm not coming home. You can't treat me like a child forever, Mother. Zero, what are the lights doing? It's just a momentary dip into power. I, don't think it's anything to worry about. You may not be a child, but are your actions truly becoming of an adult? My actions? Sorry, I cannot for a second take you seriously with that ridiculous mask on. I told him it was awful. Not all hats are created equal. That doesn't mean they deserve any less respect. Mother, how do you manage to make every new boyfriend weirder than last? Don't get the wrong idea here. Besides, you should already know that Master is vigorously taken. Do you have to phrase it like that? It's been a while, Gardevoir. Not long enough if you ask me. I don't fault you for feeling that way. Please understand that I am no longer the same person you once knew. I would much rather everyone let the past go, but I understand that won't be possible. Especially for you, Luna. I beg your pardon? I offer my sincerest apologies for how I acted before. You need not accept them. There would be little point in doing so anyway. I disrespected you by treating you as an object before a person. There's no excuse for this. Zero, is the pulse using too much power or something? The energy readings appear to be within acceptable levels. The stupidest thing just keeps cycling power for some reason. Power cycling, but it doesn't seem to have interrupted its hypnosis, so please don't worry. We'll continue to analyze it. So don't hesitate if you want us to use Shad to grind them into dust. That man seems mildly unwell. Zero, we only need to subdue them, not do anything drastic. Subdue them, huh? Okay, Shad, would you be so kind? Zero, that's not... So that's how it is. You have Shad hypnotized. And that hideous pulse back there is the source. And there is only one thing we must do, is there not? We must defeat Shad in order to free him. That would be... Or they were wise to see Shad as their defensive line, given that he has bested all of us at some point. But not all of us together. Wait. Master, there was something you wished to do, was there not? Please, allow me to begin. Luna, please, be silent. You claim you have changed, and you have chosen your side. If you are genuine in your prior assertions, then do what it is you set out to do for yourself now. You mean that if I truly respect you as a person, I need not take pity on or spare you as an enemy? It was never my intention for it to come to this, but so be it. I will cut the ties myself. Shad, defeat Luna. So this is it? On the road again? This was only the natural outcome. There is no more standing up to us, there is no standing up to us anymore. With Shad by our side, we might as well be invincible. Are you sure of that? After all, my only role here has been to soften Shad up enough for my parents to overcome. We will triumph as a family, if you will. Don't worry, dear Luna. Even through Shad, there's no way we'll lose to these creeps. Right, Master? I suppose it's our turn after all. Useful claim? Might I have the honor of this battle? Last time a man asked me that, he left the arena crying. That's the risk I'm interested in taking right now. Then let's hope you can satisfy. Seriously, Mother? I'm going to be sick here. And this situation is stacked. Chad, use these. And Zero, please actually do something already. That's your cue, Chad. Go get them! Just what is that trainer made of? Providence, I suspect. I see. So in the end, it still hasn't been enough. Chad performs even better than I expected. Perhaps I've underestimated that woman. Carrying on. And it's all thanks to my pulse. Zero, do not forget that I was the one who did the work. But it's okay, you helped a lot too. And just what part of this are you proud of? None of this was necessary. You could have just put them to sleep from the start. Well, this was helpful to test. Don't speak. The only thing that's been tested is your willingness to indulge. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You've just been enjoying puppeting Chad around as an outlet for your frustrations with them. That's... Nothing is gained by battling now when we'll just put them to rest anyway. But you said... I said to do... or to actually do something, not waste time and jeopardize Pulse securities in a 1v2 scenario. I will take responsibility for the battle with Luna, but this fight served no purpose other than to stroke your own ego. I just wanted to make sure Chad was fully under control. You wanted to feel that control. I assume because you've lacked autonomy over your own body for so long. Am I wrong? And I read your file. You were just a grunt before joining with those girls, correct? Not an effective one either. They were your only chance to stand out, which is why you cling to them even now. The kind of behavior you've demonstrated today exemplifies your incompetence. You let your emotions get in the way of your outcome. Until you learn to set ambitions aside and truly focus on yourself and your goals, you will never change. Did that missionary teach you that? No, Mother. That man has done little more for me than place me in footsteps my feet are not fit to fill. Even now, I understand that I cannot hope to fully live up to the title of Elite Four. In realizing this, I learned to step back and take a more serious approach to self-improvement. I believe the results should speak for themselves. The results don't speak louder when you're still sitting on the wrong side of the coin. Is it wrong to return one's debts? The end of a means does not make its meaning end. Are you sure you're not running from your own choices? Zero, this has dragged on for far too long already. If you truly want to make yourself useful, put them all to sleep already so we can move on. Got it. You'll all be out of the way for good now. You won't. You're already injured from the fight. There's no need to push yourself further. They would put Master to sleep, toss him aside, and never let him wake up again. Maybe dispose of him outright after what he did. I'll never let that happen. What is she doing? As you may know, Gardevoir are fiercely loyal to their trainers. It is said they will do anything in their power to protect their trainers, even if it costs them their own life. Gardevoir, don't try. Great, now I'm Elmer Fudd. Don't try to stop me. This is what I need to do. For you. Rather than doing something dramatic, though I know you are such a fan of that, let us have faith in the world and our other companions. Who is left? Who can stop him? Who won't just be put to sleep? Gardevoir, no. This is the only way. I'll destroy that machine altogether. This is my purpose. This is not your... Yes, it is. To make sure you lived on. All those years ago, this is what she asked me to do. No harm will come to your master, Gardevoir. You have my word. You think we can believe you after everything? He will sleep and nothing more. When it is over, he will wake. I do not wish to see you hurt either. Liar! After everything you've done to Luna, Chad, and what Team Meteor intends to do after this, do You want to make allowances now? I'll never believe that. This energy. In the most dire of circumstances, it is said Gardevoir can use all of its power to go as far as even creating a small black hole. That's right. No matter how strong that pulse may be, I can erase it altogether. Zero, I can set this right. And I will. Let King go. Seize her before it's too late. On it. Master, whatever happens, please remember, I will always love you more than she or anyone else ever could. Zero, I've got it. No, you don't. Are we too late? Her energy is spiraling out of control. Everyone, get out of here. What about Shad and the others? There's no time. Well, Corona, go. And just saved whose life? If you ever walked into class late, then you will know what it is like. Heads turn, eyes peel. You think of 1,000 things that they did not, but feel them all the same. In that moment, you are the sole star in the sky. And they are trying to sleep. Expectations and anxiety are frequent guests at an otherwise unplanned tea party. And while their sugar sits untouched, the sun is setting far too slowly. Never soon enough, it will be time for them to go along their way. They will retire for the evening, home to their wives and their children. Children who grow tired. Children who grow up asleep. But still, you must peel their eyes. There comes a time in every child's life where they must lay down their teaspoon, pinch the corners of the fabric, and pull the tablecloth right away. Quite the magic trick, isn't it? Enough, she says, and follows the light out. When there's only one path, there's only one way to go. And when in the darkness the path cannot be seen at all, then you are free. For now, the time has come for me to follow my own infinity. Farewell, Mother. Farewell, Father. It has been like a dream. No. Why? Why did... Control, right? Incompetence? This has always been how it is. This is always how it was. Best is not good enough. Best not good enough. I told you why, Zero. What did we do? What to do? Eve, tell me what we should do. Report back to Labrador. Then we'll want to know what's happened. I'll take the bracelets and finish from here. That's right. As long as we have the sapphire bracelets, it's okay. She won't be mad. Will she? Go. Yes. Gardevoir, I'm sorry it had to come to this. Mother, are you alright? Never better. Good. And Luna? Where's Luna? Do you know what happened to Luna? Luna stepped into that black hole on her own. Is this the end that you hope to achieve? Shut up. I don't want to hear it from someone who couldn't even control his own Pokemon. Then from whom would you prefer to hear it? Is this the only person you listen to? Don't kid me. He and I use each other, nothing more. I have no respect for his beliefs or his goals. But you enact them all the same, with little alternative. But now that you mention it, I can disappear from here. That will conclude I was lost in the damage. I can break free from this now. Why did it cost Luna? And Gardevoir, thank you. Mother, you may rest assured I will never meddle with this group again. You're still grounded. That's fine. I'm still not coming home. I need to destroy the surveillance footage here. And what about your cohort? He will make a report, correct? I'm a fool. I have to stop him immediately. Excuse me? Oh, you're awake now. I'm glad you're safe. Miss Belrose, I am deeply sorry for what has happened. I have heard that these once belonged to your family. Please, take them. I don't understand. There's no time, I have to hurry. Maybe I could help you? Your confusion is apparent. Listen, it's because of me that you lost your position as an Elite Four member. Elias created a false notice of termination, then we hypnotized you into to handwrite a letter of resignation. And then I took over your spot. I am truly sorry for what has happened. Right now, I must go. Does that mean I can't help? You are a deeply concerning person. Let me put it more simply. I've been your enemy. There's no reason for you to help me. I think there is. Do people have to be defined by their flaws and mistakes? Even if we cannot be defined by them, we cannot just ignore them. I understand you must have done some bad things, but I also understand that you're doing your best to change. If I can be of any help, I would like to. You sound just like her. I have two sisters. They aren't particularly spotless either. Nobody is. Still, I've learned that in order to survive, we have to work together, no matter what. Fine, do whatever you want. There's a somewhat disheveled man in black currently going on foot from here to Labrador. Can you catch him? If we can change the weather, my Pokemon should be able to outspeed anyone. I'll do it. Then I'll destroy the security footage and meet up with you. And I'll see if I can bring some food. Despite our systems, you must have been starving, and must be starving after sleeping so long. We can work out the details with the Elite Four then. Okay? That sounds wonderful. Deal. Let's go quickly. So much for a happy little family. Luna, Gardevoir, Pain, and even Chad. Everyone always disappears. Let us not go make a bad situation worse by exercising its extremes. Unbelievable. And so, here we are. I don't know by what means or madness Shade pulled you back into this world, but it appears you have business that you are not yet permitted to quit. If I may be so bold, how was it you managed, or on your end, that you managed to return? Luna herself showed you the way? Luna did? Then... it seems there are still miracles that defy our understanding. Will you still hold your wounds closed, Miss Flame? I don't know what to count on anymore. Maybe nothing. Now you're getting it. Let us pursue and hope she will be back one day. After all, you never know who will stroll through the door next. Everyone is always coming and going. And coming right back. Shad, you made it back! Not that I doubted Nostra or anything. Where did these kids come from? Oh my god! Are you okay? What happened? I'm sorry? Those cracks all over your skin. Do you need help? On my skin? Am I getting wrinkles again? No, not wrinkles. Cracks. See? All over here and here and here. Don't worry about it. She always sees things other people don't. That seems safe. It's not always. Jeez. But really, what are you doing here? This isn't a place for children. Nuh-uh. If it wasn't a place for children, then why would we be here? That's what I'm asking. We're here for him. Yep, Nostra made us sleep so that that poor Hypno couldn't. Then we came to meet him. Hi, cute hat. Have you been crying? Not anymore. You really are just like her. Come here. Wait, don't tell me you're... there... What? Like everyone didn't see that coming. Yeah, I don't really know how I would have come to that conclusion, having just met you and all. Sorry to keep you waiting for so long. It's so very, very alright. I'm just happy to see you again. You've both gotten so big. When I last saw you were just this tiny. And if anyone should be sorry to keep someone waiting, it's me. You both deserved so much more. It's alright. Master says that this is the only way it could have happened. I do know how that is. So you've still got it. That's a relief. Of course I do. We would never willingly let go of something you gave us. And that Cleffa too. His name is Nomos. Nomos, hello, it's nice to meet you. He says hi. Noel, tell him everything Noel says, not just the first part. Noel, you said? If I heard correctly, you go by Anna. Yep, that's us. Shouldn't you already know that? Those aren't the names that your mother chose for you. Painter, Fantasia. Ooh, those are such cool names! She had some flair about her. When I let you go, I purposely withheld your name so that there would be no way they could find you. Who is they? Team Meteor? Will you tell us why Team Meteor was after you? It is not a simple story, but I will say it as clearly as I can. Mistakes are lessons to be learned. And some might say I have been very well educated indeed. During one such lesson, a certain person helped me understand that particular objects could be very dangerous in that group's possession. So, I did what I had to, and I stole those particular objects. In order to disguise their origin, I asked a close friend to fashion each one of them into jewelry. Jewelry was a passion of his back then, but he was unprepared for the energy those keys held, and one of them broke in half. He was able to recover it, and he did fantastic work with the others, so I gave him one of the finished pieces as thanks. And with the others, I sought out buyers. In particular, I searched for strong trainers who would be able to effectively defend the pieces, should Meteor try to recover them. Carolyn and Monty were the first. Carolyn and Monty Belrose, no doubt. With two gym leaders together, I felt certain they would be safe. They chose the sapphire key to match their eldest daughter's name, Saphira. Next was Mr. Molinar. He chose the ring for his engagement. And last I entrusted to the beauty who showed me the light. It was your mother. And so I reinvented myself with a new name, a new personality, and a new history. Chad, I still hope you will forgive me for deceiving you. My wealth was never come from my success as a chess player. It came from the sales of those keys, and a few extra digits taken from Meteor's coffers. I had always hoped to be able to fulfill your mother's dreams of living in a castle. That's so cool! I do not defend thievery, but I dare say it was a better use of the money than they would have found it, or found for it. English is hard. And for a time, she was happy. I thought it would all end happily. But it turns out happily ever after just means the next story hasn't started yet. Team Meteor learned of what I had done, who I was, and where the keys were. And so it began anew. Your Meteor was a walking miracle. But for better or worse, people often outlive their miracles. After her disappearance, I was scared, above all else, for both of your safeties. I didn't want any harm to come to you, so I had to make sure you didn't get mixed up with them. And just look how all that turned out. It's okay, I know you were doing your best. Whatever it was, or whether it was right or not. Here, you should have this back. You had it! I was so sad after it was taken. I was so sad that I got sick and almost died of sadness. Why did you give it to her? It was not one of my better plays, perhaps. I was hoping Team Meteor would never find it if it was with you two, but instead it gave them cause to seek you out. Perhaps sentimentality got the better of it. Whether it was right or wrong, no. I mean, why did you give it to her and not me? Why is Anna the one who's always special? Here, you can keep it. No, that's okay. I don't want it. I just wanted to know. You deserve it more than I do. It's not about deserving it or not, just take it. Anna, I can't even hear Nomos. I never could. I shouldn't hold on to something like that. I know you can't. What? That's okay, you'll understand eventually. If you ever want to hold the pendant instead, just ask me, okay? Okay. So why did you give it to Anna? It was your mother's before. I simply thought it would suit her better. But it seems there may be some cause and effect in your similarities after all. Still, I understand if that was unfair to you. I hope you can forgive me. It's not like it matters. I don't understand any of you. However do you mean? It's been how many years, and you just go on like nothing happened? You act like all of you knew the whole time that you would meet here. The future has funny ways of never being how we know it. But we never had to know. All we had to do was decide. The future cannot hold a candle to resolution. Considering something like the law of large numbers, it was only logical this would happen eventually if we kept looking. Plus, we had a little help. You're unbelievable. What? I can totally be believed. Right, Noah? Sometimes. Oh well. But despite being unbelievable, here you all are. And then that just means you need to change your beliefs. If how you see everything isn't an accurate reflection of reality, then why keep looking that way? You're the last person who should be saying that. Or the first. A reflection of reality, huh? In that case, maybe it's better to just put the mirror down. Let there be no reflection at all. And see things however works best for you. Smooth talking runs in the family, doesn't it? They got it from their mother. I don't think that's true. Maybe we all did. And maybe we all have room to learn from them too. It's tough to lose people, but you can just lean on the people still around you. So depend on us now. Hey now, who's the parent here? Oops. But you're right, of course. I only lament that I had to say goodbye to Gardevoir and Luna to say hello to you. Not to mention the other boy. But I'll admit, it could have been much worse given the circumstances. Perhaps the only reason the damage was so minimal was because Gardevoir fought to control herself even through her hypnosis. Or their hypnosis. Loyal to the very end? That's something I'm not used to. Maybe it's time you change that. Excuse us. This is a very long cutscene, so this is a very long video. Sorry to interrupt, but... You did it! You did it! Great job, both of you. Did you open a daycare service while I wasn't looking? Maybe if I also wasn't looking. Okay, everybody. These are my friends, Lumi and Eve. Lumina and Evelyn appear to have survived. Perfect. Hi. We've caused a lot of trouble for you. Please, accept my apologies. I believe the man in black who was here before had called out to you? That is correct, if pitiable. It's kind of a long story, but basically we were stuck together with him for a long time. In the same body. I wouldn't recommend the experience. In essence, we had to work for Team Meteor the entire time. I developed pulse systems that had been used to create an nearly insurmountable degree of trouble. Oh, thanks for that. Hey, it's not like she wanted to do it. I agreed to develop machines for Team Meteor only under the condition that Lumi's physical body would be adequately preserved. That both of our bodies would be. You don't need to keep putting yourself aside. I always intended to find a way to restore ourselves to our proper bodies. But working towards that was impossible when we didn't even have the privacy of our own thoughts. I'm happy to be back, but I wish we didn't have to lose that poor magnet zone for it. And full control took a little while to get used to again. It was difficult at first, yes. Thanks to you, or thanks to you again for what you did. Totally. And what exactly was that? Noah and I switched places with these girls. Master said it would be really important for them to wake up right away. Thanks to that, we were able to help Chad reach this place. We hid, and moved through vents to evade Team Meteor and stole our Pokemon back to help Chad. Thank you for taking good care of Glaceon, Chad. Though what happened after Chad actually got here could have gone better. Yeah. But don't get us wrong, Chad, we're not trying to fault you. But we knew Zero would try to use Hypno to control you, so we tried to stop it. We even tried to cut the system's power as soon as he used it on you. But unfortunately, the power supply had an auto reboot function. I hadn't accounted for this to preempt it, so all we were able to do was power cycle the system. We were hoping if we did it enough, maybe it would make enough holes in this control scheme for Chad to break through. But you saw the result. That's okay, you tried your best. I feel really bad for Kane. He never even had the chance to act on his own for the time he came here until when he fell into the black hole. Yeah, but Chad came back, so maybe he can too. Speaking of coming back, it may be prudent for us to quit this place before long. Would it be alright for us to go with you? We don't really know who else to turn to get away from Team Meteor. Are you kidding? Not only can you come with us, you have to. I see no reason why not. Everyone will be waiting in Calcinon City. I have some information about Team Meteor that will be of relevance to you as well. What should we do about this one? Hey there, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. Look at all the friends surrounding you. Well, what happened? Where's Kane? We'll have to explain later. Now we need to get going. By the way, there was that boy sleeping in one of the elevators still? That sounds like a cozy place. We tried to wake him up after Hypno had been stopped, but he still wouldn't move. Even Glaceon's heal bell wouldn't work, he just went right back to sleep every time. We'll see what we can do. Should worst come to worst, I'll carry him myself. Can you really get him all by yourself? All the way to Calcinon? Certainly not. But as long as we have our Pokemon, anything is possible. And now he's upset about Gardevoir. Don't worry, Daddy. You'll see her again. Monster said so. Did she now? Then I suppose I have no choice but to believe it. Let us be on our way. Chad, you're coming too, right? Yay, we can all go together! Welcome back to Calcinon City. Next time on Pokemon Reborn, we continue on our story. We freed Alligator City. Maybe that means we can finally take it back. I'll see you guys then. Shadowkiss signing out. See ya.